Today I am in Westminster in central London, a stone's throw from Victoria Station. And the reason why I'm here is to go to this place behind me, Victoria Taps, which is a pub that's been here for almost 200 years, opened in 1828. It wasn't called Victoria Taps back in those days, it was called something else. It's had a number of different names over the years. And the reason why I've come here is to have the fish and chips, because this place is highly rated in central London. It's currently scoring 4.6 on TripAdvisor. And in fact, I had a look on the way here. The last 20 reviews on TripAdvisor have been 5 out of 5. So it's got a great reputation, and the fish and chips is meant to be great here. And as you know, fish and chips is an absolute establishment in the UK. It's the iconic food to have. So I'm here to have some pub fish and chips. So let's go inside and check it out. Okay, so here I am inside Victoria Taps, and a really nice little pub, nice music, not too busy at the moment, but it is a lunchtime. So I've got a nice pint of Guinness, and here's the menu. So they've got 2 different types of menu. They've got a lunch and drink special one, where you can get it for £11.50, so it's got some pizzas and some wraps and a pint, pretty good deal. Similar to a sort of Wetherspoons deal, but this is the main menu, which is what I'm going for, because the fish and chips is not on the super deal menu, because it's the most popular thing. So on the main menu, we've got good variety here, mac and cheese, lots of small plates. Interestingly, the Nduja Ranch chicken's what the cameraman's gone for today. They do pizzas in here, loads of pizzas, small plates, burgers. But I'm going for the fish and chips, which is coming at £16.50. So not cheap, but apparently extremely good. So let's see what it's like. Now this pub's actually a Stonegate pub, so it's part of one of the biggest pub operators in the whole of the UK, about 2,500 pubs in this chain. They're all different though. They don't have, it's not like Wetherspoons where they're all branded the same and they all have the same menu. These have different flavour, different personality. And this is a tap pub. It's got lots of craft beers, lots of different choice here. So pretty good pub. Let's see what the food's like. Okay, the fish and chips has now arrived. I have to say the presentation's looking pretty good. Got a nice black plate, nice and elongated. And the fish itself, got a nice little curl in the end of it here. Got a bit of lemon. Always like a bit of lemon with my fish, because whilst fish and chips is popular, nobody really likes it to be too fishy. That's one of the reasons why it's battered, why the UK has battered fish, because it sort of tastes different. It doesn't taste just like fish. It tastes like fish and batter combined. Now, this is the single most popular dish in this pub. Just ask the barman just to verify that. He's confirmed it. I have to say, it does look pretty good. It looks, you know, that's looking pretty good. Cameraman, do you want to just zoom in on that for a second? Just give us an aerial shot, go over the top. Fantastic, look at this. Nice bit of peas, some chips are hiding underneath this fish, but overall, I think this is a good sized piece of fish. Okay, you can zoom back now again. Okay, back. Okay, so it's looking good, smells good, freshly fried. Let's see what it tastes like. Well, let me just cut it open for starters to see what it looks like down the middle. Okay, so this is cod, which is, I think, the most popular. It's actually, I think haddock has become more common because it's a bit cheaper than cod, and the cod reserves in the North Sea, going down a bit, but this looks pretty good. It's pretty fleshy, pretty white. You can see the heat coming off this. So let me get a bit of the batter as well, because that's obviously part of the flavour of this dish. Ooh, hot. I can see why this has got such a good rating on TripAdvisor and on Google, 4.5 on Google, because the fish really light, really flaky. You can see how flaky it is. It's really nicely cooked. The batter is a bit like a tempura batter, very thin, not too heavy, because sometimes you go to places, maybe the chip shop, and you can see the batter's like an inch thick, and it's just too much, just tastes too much of fat. And that lemon's really lifted it. It tastes like high quality fish, which I think is the important part, because although the batter does give it a different flavour, you need the fish to be good quality, otherwise it does show through. Let's see what these chips are like, because it is fish and chips after all. Hang on a minute, I haven't put any vinegar on these chips. You know what, we haven't got any vinegar. Oh yes, we have. We've got very fancy bottle of Heinz malt vinegar here. It's plastic, but the reason why everybody has salt and vinegar on their chips, and remove those fish out of the way, it's because back in the old days, it masked the taste of the fat because everything was cooked in beef dripping and everything went in there, the fish, the chips, everything all went into the same pot. So the chips quite often would taste of fish or some other residue. So putting the vinegar on basically was a way of masking that flavour, and also it disinfected anything if it wasn't quite cooked properly and you're going to get some problem. The vinegar gave it a nice clean. Those chips are good. Now, in terms of the chips, I would dispute whether that's a chip. That looks more like a fry to me. The definition of a chip is something that's thick cut, that you fry twice, that's going to have a nice soft centre and a crispy outer. That's a bit more like a fry, but still tastes pretty good. So I've got all of these peas, see what they're like, you just put them on the fork. Peas are peas. Well, I have to say, this fish is excellent, chips are okay, peas are all right. Got some tartar sauce, with a little bit of that. It's another tradition in the UK. Just have a bit of that with the fish. If you've never tried tartar sauce, I definitely recommend it. It's quite sweet, lifts the flavour a little bit, but this is a very good fish and chip. So I'm going to crack on with this, and I'll see you at the end for the wrap-up. Okay, so here we are at the end of the meal. I have to say this is a really nice pub, very pleasant, good music, quite busy, staff are really nice, and what was the food like? That's the main thing. What was the fish and chips like? Was it as good as I've read in the reviews? Well, I have to say the fish itself was excellent. Really good piece of fish, decent size, good weight, very fresh, tasted really nice, cooked well, very flaky. The batter was like a tempura, really nice and tasty. The chips, I've had better chips than that. I wouldn't actually classify them as chips. I would say they're more on the fries end of the spectrum for chips. So for me, not quite the traditional fish and chips, but they tasted okay, and the peas were a little bit overdone. But overall, I thought it was a good meal. It came quickly, served well, nicely presented. So if you're in this area, if you're in the Victoria area, definitely have a look at the Victoria Taps, because it's quite a nice, decent pub, and you'll get some decent food. What was the bill? So the fish and chips itself was £16.50. The Unduja chicken that the cameraman had was £16, and we had a couple of drinks, so all in £43, which I think for London lunch is okay. It's at the upper end of the spectrum. You can get cheaper fish and chips, places like Wetherspoons and lots of other places, but the quality was very good. So, what's my overall score for the fish and chips and Victoria Taps? I'm going to give this a solid 7.5 out of 10, which, as you know, if you follow the channel, anything 7.5 and above, I would come back and I would eat that again, definitely. So that's my assessment. I'm not going to hit 5 stars because I don't do 5 stars, but I think it's probably worth 4 to 5, 4.5 maybe. So that's the score. Thank you very much for watching all the way through today. If you've liked what I've said, then please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. I'll see you again on the next meal.